so here we go. We're going to do a pummel today. And pummeling is a really wonderful way of warming the body up. It's also a very useful way of moving the lymph. Lymph resides between the skin and the muscles, so it's not very deep in the body, and we can impact and mobilize lymph by using pummeling, by using the breath, by pumping the body in certain positions. So we're going to do that now. We're going to pummel. And you can use a palm, you can use your fingertips, or you can use a very light fist. Okay, so let's start by standing in Tadasana, soft bend in the knees, tucking the tail under, opening up through the chest, dropping the shoulders. Close your eyes for a moment and feel into the crown of your head. And as you exhale, exhale down into the soles of your feet and feel the soles of your feet touching Mother Earth. Feel the connection that you have with the earth beneath you and the sky above you. Inhale and exhale, just a moment to center, and then take a moment to notice and feel your spinal column. Take a breath from the tip of your tail all the way up to the crown of your head. And exhale, allow your exhale to fall back down your spine. And we're just creating a little space here for the practice, space here in the mind, space with the breath. And then very gently begin to open your eyelids. And just a soft gaze, soft muscles. Take your right hand across to your left upper chest. Very, very lightly. So like I said, tap, tap, tap. Yeah, you could use fingertips or you could use a light fist. So here we're working on pericardium and we're working on lungs. So we're working our way out from the chest, across the front of the shoulder and then into the armpit. And then traveling down the upper inner arm, all the way down to the fist, the palm, sorry, and then lightly on the outside of the thumb, yeah? And then just flush that part of your arm from the chest down along the arm, and then turn your palm face over and start to tap into the back of the hand. So the back of the hand and the back of the lower arm, I like to use my hand because it's quite bony. So we're traveling now up the large intestine meridian. And sometimes this can be a little tender, especially up here. You can start to use a fist if you've got a little flesh on your upper arms. And then come over here to the top of the shoulder, the ridge of the shoulder, and maybe give that area a little squeeze. You know, lymph is everywhere, so everywhere in the body. So we can, and we're especially in the creases of the body. And so this is a really great way of mobilizing. So just using your hand like this and just giving that shoulder ridge a little squeeze. That's it. And then flush up. So flush up. That's it. And then try the other side. So left fist comes over very lightly pummeling into the right side of the upper chest. And then move into the upper arm. We're at Jumar at the moment. It's a bit windy outside, so we thought we'd just do this now. And then come down the inner right arm. And again, really listen to your body. Listen to what this feels like. Notice if there's tender points and that you need to stay on those points longer. Move into the palm of the right hand, down the inside edge of that, the outside edge of that right thumb, and then flush that out. So flushing in the direction in which the meridian line flows, and then turning the palm face over and starting to slap into the back of the hand. So large intestine actually comes up the index finger, over the top of the palm, and we're coming up over the forearm. And then when you get to the upper arm, here's where you can start to use a fist. So into the upper arm and then around the shoulder and then across the right shoulder ridge. So tap, 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 and then squeeze again. You know, just use this little squeeze to mobilize that fluid. That's it. And then flush back up. Flush. That's it. Good. And then pause. Close your eyes. Just feel your arms, your shoulders, your chest. Take a deep breath in through both of your nostrils. Exhale out of your mouth. Good. And then when you're ready, open your eyes and let's bring our fingertips up just above the eyebrows. So we're going to tap, tap, tap here, and we're coming over the bladder line. So the bladder governs the back body, and we're going to tap right up over the crown of the head. And I'm going to turn side on here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm coming over the top of the head, drop the chin into the chest, over the back of the head, down the back of the neck, never moving and never tapping on bone, just staying on the fleshy, muscly bits of the body. And then when you're ready, bend your knees quite deeply and start to reach your fingertips out in front of you. Forward fold and then reach very light fists up the back body. Come either side of the spine, let the head hang. And pummel down. And when you get to the kidney area, about 2/3 of the way down, just go really lightly. Pummel, pummel, pummel. And here I like to do one butt cheek at a time in big circular movements. So one butt cheek, the other butt cheek, and then down the back of the legs. Still working on that bladder line. All the way back down the lower legs, into the back of the heels. Keep hanging the head. And now let's flush this line. So reach your hands up your back body and flush all the way down, over your back, over your buttocks, down the backs of your legs. Once, maybe twice, usually 3 times. Flushing away what you don't need to hold back there. And then when you're ready, turn your toes out and let's come up the kidney line. So we're coming up the insides of the legs here. And you can slap, you can pummel, whatever feels right for you. And I'm going to turn around again. Once you come up about halfway, flatten your back and sit in a little bit of a squat. Make sure your knees and your toes are heading in the same direction, coming up the insides of the legs. And then coming up the midline of the body, very lightly over the chest. Over the chest, that's it. And then coming up to the temples, so gallbladder. So we're going to come, I'm going to turn the other way now. So we're going to come and tap around the temples very lightly. And we're going to wrap that tap and that pummel around the ears, the outsides of the ears. And then back up to the place where you'd have horns, if you did have them. Tap, tap, tap there. And then come in this huge arc over the back of the side of the head. And now gallbladder's side body. So we're going to be working down the sides of the neck. And as we take our flat hands out to the gallbladder line, we're coming to the side body. So go lightly over the breast, especially if you've had anything going on there. Lightly over the side waists. And here we go. Coming out to the outer hips, bend the knees. Here we're going to forward fold again. So nice flat back. You can pummel if you like. IT bands will really appreciate this. Forward fold. Hang. Let the head hang. Coming off the little toe. And you can flush the sides. Flush the sides. Now the partner of gallbladder, of course, is liver. And so we're going to turn the toes out here and take our feet a little wider. And we're going to tap, tap, tap all the way around the inside edges of the knees, the thighs, coming up to the belly and moving out towards, so we're coming up liver and spleen, and we're coming to the actual liver and to the actual spleen organs. That's it. And then we're tapping very lightly over the breasts, because now we're going to come to stomach, and we're going to tap, tap, tap underneath. So on the cheekbone area and into the cheeks. Tap, tap, tap. And let your jaw get really slack. And then slowly open up your chin and tap, tap, tap down through the throat. Be very light and mindful here. And now we're going to stay closer into center for the stomach line. So inside the nipple area, very lightly, like I said earlier, especially if you've had anything going on in your breasts, coming all the way down and letting your hands land on the Dantien, which is either on the navel or below the navel, one hand on top of the other. Feet are about hip distance apart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through both of your nostrils. Exhale out of your mouth. Tune into tingling, vibratory sensation as you tune into this increased circulation of lymphatic fluid through the body. Again, tune into the heavens above you, the earth below you. And now gather what you have created in this moment by inhaling your arms up and around you in a great big circle of radiant light. Bundle it all up in a great big ball, and then exhale. Float your hands and fingers down the front of the body, just showering your body with radiance, good health, vibrancy, clarity, ease. And as you push your hands down toward the earth, just release that which is no longer serving. Inhale, let's do this once more. Inhale, gather, gather, gather. And exhale and pour it in and flush it out at exactly the same time. Let your arms come to rest by the sides of your body. Pause for one more breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes and carry on with the rest of your day or evening. I hope you enjoyed this. Namaste.